Southeastern five-lined skink, also known as the blue-tailed lizard or the blue-tailed skink. The southeastern five-lined skink is a black lizard with yellow stripes, commonly found in the southeastern United States, including Georgia. Similar to other reptiles, these lizards are cold-blooded, which means that their body temperature changes according to the temperature outside, since they cannot regulate it themselves. They're generally found on the ground, but can also be found on trees occasionally. Five-lined skinks may be found in almost any habitat, but are most common in wooded areas with an abundance of fallen trees and stumps to hide in. They're named for their distinctive color patterns, which include narrow stripes along the length of their bodies. These stripes fade as they age. They have a blue tail that will grow back gray if it breaks off during the skink's lifetime. The lizard can grow to around 7.5 inches and may live up to 10 years, but usually only lives 6 or 7 years in the wild. They're foragers who mainly feed on insects such as ants, spiders, grasshoppers, flies, caterpillars, snails, crickets, worms, beetles, and even small mice. During mating season, around April or May, the males develop an orange-red color on the head and neck region. Female five-lined skinks lay clutches of several eggs in moist soil or rotten logs during the summer and attend the eggs until they hatch about 60 days later. Aside from having a blue tail that may warn of potential poisons, southeastern five-lined skinks have many other useful defense mechanisms to keep themselves safe from predators. The bright blue tail may help divert the attention of predators to the tail, which it can then shed to escape. It also runs in irregular patterns, making it difficult to chase. Finally, the skink tastes bad to many predators, which, along with possibly getting poisoned, can discourage them from chasing blue-tailed lizards in the future. Now here's a short video clip from the BBC's Life in Cold Blood documentary series, and it shows a female five-lined skink and how she takes care of her eggs.
And below, on the forest floor, a five-lined skink is warming her cold-blooded body by basking in the sunshine, so that she can do the same thing. She has a nest below the log. It can get quite chilly in these woodlands, and she warms her eggs by transferring to them the heat that she's collected from the sun. She takes just as much care of her eggs as the robin does. A month later, and her eggs are hatching. The young skinks, however, are already capable of finding food for themselves. Within a day or so, they've left their mother and are independently exploring the woodland floor for themselves.
The green anole is a common lizard throughout Georgia and South Carolina. It has a sharp nose, a narrow head, a slender body, and a long, skinny tail. It has pads on its feet that help it climb, run on, and cling to lots of different surfaces. It has a white belly and lips, very long hind legs, and movable eyelids. Its eyes can move independent of each other. On most green anole, the eyes are surrounded by a thin turquoise border. The green anole is normally bright green, but it can change its color to brownish green or dark brown in seconds. Green anoles occasionally have a ridge, even a short crest, along their neck and back. Adult green anoles reach 5 to 8 inches. It is sometimes called the American chameleon because it can change color, but it's not a true chameleon. The green anole changes color because of changes in temperature, humidity, health, and mood, not to blend into its background. Males have a pink or red throat fan or dewlap. Anoles are generally arboreal. This means they like to live in trees, but they can be found almost anywhere. Anoles are commonly found where you live and can often be seen perched on fences and rooftops. Anoles are active by day in warm weather and often bask in vegetation, occasionally charging away from a basking spot to grab an insect or chase off a rival anole. During cool weather, anoles are often found hiding under tree bark, shingles, or in rotten logs. The green anole breeds from March to September. The male will establish a territory and patrol it. He will attract females by puffing out his dewlap. He mates with females in his area and aggressively defends his territory from other males. The male anole performs a series of visual displays to establish dominance and territory. To show dominance, it will bob its head up and down, do push-ups, and flare its dewlap. If it is threatened, it will also stretch out its throat, puff out its body, and turn sideways towards the threat. This is the female anole that is in the male's territory on my back porch. She was seen basking in the sun just a few feet away from the male. Throughout the warm months, female green anoles lay single, round eggs and bury it in moist leaf litter, hollow logs, or in the soil. She'll lay one egg every 2 weeks during breeding season. She may lay up to 15 to 18 eggs during the summer. The female does not stay with the egg or care for the young that will hatch in 5 to 7 weeks. Young anoles look just like miniature adults, and they will eat small insects like mealworms, fruit and houseflies, and termites. Have you ever found something that looks like a raisin with white on the end of it on your porch? You're about to discover what that is. So now you know what it is. It's green anole poop. Everybody does it, even lizards. I hope you've enjoyed this video on the five-lined skink and the green anole, two really neat lizards that you can find in your backyard. someone left another calling card. And another one. Somebody's leaving a little trail. And another lizard poop. I wonder if I can train the lizards to use this. Oh. Well, maybe they won't need the toilet paper. Looks like somebody else wants to take care of it for me.